My wife versus my sister, the family feud that could end my marriage. I never thought I'd be in a position where the two women I love the most, my wife and my sister, would be the biggest source of conflict in my life. But here I am, stuck between them, and it's slowly tearing my marriage apart. I know family drama isn't uncommon, but when you're caught in the middle, it's like trying to put out a fire with your bare hands. It all started again this morning. My sister invited me on a family vacation to Jamaica in the spring, and my wife was not happy about it. She was upset that I would even consider leaving her behind while she's 5 months pregnant and looking after our young son. I told her I probably wouldn't go, but I didn't see the big deal. After all, isn't it normal to go on vacation with your sister? She sees it differently. In her eyes, my sister shouldn't even be extending that kind of invitation, knowing full well that I have a pregnant wife and child at home. And honestly, I think her reaction is more about my sister than the vacation itself. To be fair, my sister is a handful. She's caused more than her share of drama over the years. Even my mom, her own mother, has gone through periods of not speaking to her because of something outrageous she did. At one point, when my wife and sister actually got along, my sister would call her nonstop, treating her like a personal therapist. She'd dump all her family and marital problems on my wife to the point where it became exhausting. And then there were the public blow-ups, like at our wedding. Her hotel room wasn't ready on time, so she screamed the F word at the manager in front of everyone and almost got us kicked out. My wife had to spend 20 minutes apologizing just to keep the peace. The real breaking point came 2 years ago. My wife and I were arguing, and my sister decided to step in to help me. My wife, wanting privacy, asked her to let us handle our own issues. But my sister took that as an attack and started yelling. My wife tried to walk away, but my sister followed her into the bedroom, still shouting. At that point, my wife lost it, and the two of them went at it. Words were exchanged, things were said that couldn't be taken back, and from that moment on, their relationship was done. Since then, my wife has refused to have any kind of relationship with my sister. She says she'll be civil at family gatherings and won't stop me from seeing her, but she wants nothing to do with her personally. She doesn't trust her, she's tired of the drama, and she doesn't want to open herself up to more chaos. She's even said she's scared of my sister and doesn't want to risk her behavior affecting our marriage again. But my family doesn't see it that way. My mom, my other relatives, they all wish my wife would just be the bigger person and let it go. And honestly, so do I. This morning, I told my wife I don't think our marriage can survive if she doesn't reach out to my sister and make amends. I know my sister won't do it. She doesn't think she did anything wrong, and that's just how she is. My whole family knows it. She lacks self-awareness, and we've all accepted that. But that's exactly why I feel like my wife should take the first step. Someone has to, and if my sister won't, then why can't my wife? I told her that nothing else in our marriage is a problem. We love each other, we have fun together, we have a beautiful son and another baby on the way. But this is the one thing standing between us. If she would just put aside her pride and fix things, it would make me so much happier. She doesn't see it that way. She keeps saying she has the right to decide who is healthy for her to be around and who isn't. She says this isn't about pride, it's about protecting her peace. But to me, it feels selfish. I've made sacrifices for her. When her dad passed away, I quit my job so we could be closer to her family. We couldn't move to her mom's city because I couldn't find work there, but I did everything I could to support her. If I could do that for her, is it so wrong for me to ask her to make this one sacrifice for me? The ironic part is that my wife has never been the type to cut me off from my family. When my sister once tried to keep me from seeing my nephew over something ridiculous because I let him eat chocolate chip pancakes, my wife was the one who worked to smooth things over. When I was upset with my dad for not spending enough time with our son, she was the one who encouraged me to mend the relationship. She always tells me to call my parents more often. She's never tried to isolate me from my family. That's what makes this situation even harder to understand. I don't know where to go from here. I love my wife, I love my sister, and I hate feeling like I have to choose between them. But I can't shake this growing resentment. if she truly loved me, wouldn't she just do this for me? Wouldn't she just make peace so we could all move forward? Or am I the one who's in the wrong?